Welcome back and thanks for watching. I'm Rashida. Today I'm going to switch it up a bit. Instead of making your regular spaghetti, I'm going to make baked spaghetti. Grab your apron, come on in the kitchen, and let's get started. Is it spaghetti or spaghetti? Tomatoes, tomatoes. I say spaghetti. Anyway, for this dish, I'm going to be using some ground beef, some Italian sausage, onions, red peppers, green peppers, yellow peppers, some garlic, of course, some spaghetti. I like thin spaghetti, but you can use regular spaghetti or actually any type of pasta you like. Italian blend of cheeses, shredded cheese, Parmesan cheese, and some spaghetti sauce. Just whatever spaghetti sauce you like will work. I'm going to start off by grounding my meats. First, I'm going to start off with the ground beef, and then I'm going to add the ground Italian sausage to it. Just want to brown those until they're completely done. And then I'm going to drain the fat off. Some people, depending on how lean your meat is, I'm doing an 80% ground, so that has quite a bit of oil. So I'm going to drain the oil when I'm finished. But if it's like a 90 or 93% ground, you can just keep the little bit of water oil in there. It won't make much of a difference. I'm seasoning my meat because I always like to layer from the beginning. So I'm going to season my meat with some salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic, salt, Italian seasonings. I'm adding in my cut up onions and peppers. And I like them to be finely diced, finely to medium diced, but not too big. Even though I do have some big pieces in there. But children don't like to see big pieces of peppers and onions. That turns them off. Once my ground beef and sausage, once they're finished, you see the little bit of oil, I'm going to just drain that off in a strainer or whatever you have. And some people might prefer to keep it in because it's flavor in that oil, but I drained mine. And now I'm going to go ahead and add in, I'm going to start off with 1 jar of sauce because this is about 2 pounds of beef and sausage. So I'm starting off with 1 jar, but I always keep another jar handy because depending on how much noodles go into it, I'm probably going to need to add. I'm pretty sure I will. 1 jar just seems to never be quite enough. But then 2 jars is too much. So we're going to use probably about 1.5 jars. And just mix that in thoroughly. I'm going to let that cook on like a medium-low heat for probably about 15-20 minutes while I'm preparing the pasta. Of course, to make your pasta, you just want to have some boiling water. It's good to salt your water beforehand so that flavor can get into the pasta. Adding the salt later really won't make much of a difference. It's always good to salt your water before the boiling process. Make sure your water is boiling. Add your pasta in. I like to break my pasta in half. I think just a long spaghetti, that's just too long to go in the mouth. All that twisting and turning. Trying to make it more efficient for the palate, I always break my spaghetti in half. When I'm cooking it, stir it up. Put a little bit of olive oil, not much, just to help prevent the sticking. And about 10 minutes later, the pasta is finished, and then it will need to be drained. So I'm going to drain all the water off of that, and our pasta is ready. So now back to the sauce. It's been cooking for about 10 to 15 minutes, and it's looking good. And I'm going to go ahead and just add that pasta right into the sauce, the meat sauce, and just stir that in. And I'm going to stir for quite a while because I just want to make sure everything is covered and ready to go in the oven. Now, one thing, I am baking today, so because I'm baking it, I'm definitely going to add extra sauce because in the oven that can make your sauce evaporate. So you want to have a little extra sauce in there so it won't be dry. Okay, at this point, I'm ready to go ahead and add my shredded cheddar cheese in. I'm only using about a half a cup, a quarter to a half a cup of shredded cheese, just so it'd be a little bit cheesy, and some Parmesan cheese. About a quarter cup of grated Parmesan cheese. That's just giving it extra flavor, making it a little bit cheesy, but really not overly cheesy. And there I'm adding some sauce because I thought it looked a little too dry to go into the oven. I'm just going to mix that in, and I'm just prepping it to go into the pan. And then from the pan, I put in the oven on 350 for about 30 minutes. Side note, this is not a full box of spaghetti. It's about 3/4. Just the full box, the full pan would have been too much. And here I just put it in my glass dish. That's about a 9 by 13. Went ahead and poured it in. Once again, I'm adding a little bit more sauce to the top just to prevent it from being dry coming out the oven. And I'm just going to go ahead and rub that in. And then I'm going to top it with some extra cheese. And this is where I'm using an Italian blend. So it's basically Parmesan, mozzarella, and some other Italian cheeses. And then I do sprinkle a little bit of grated Parmesan on top of that also. And then it goes in the oven, and that's just going to cook until you see the cheese on the top begin to melt. Don't want to overcook it. When it gets too brown, then it's not that good. So for about 30 minutes should work uncovered. I'm going to put the grated Parmesan on first. Then I'm going to go ahead and add the Italian blend. All this is flavors. Italian flavor makes the spaghetti just taste delicious. Okay, as question of the daytime, remember to leave your comments below in the comment field. What is your favorite Italian dish? Is it spaghetti? Is it Alfredo? Is it something completely different? Chicken Parmesan is another one. I do make that one. And then coming up, I'm going to make Cajun chicken Alfredo. But there are so many Italian dishes. What is your favorite dish? All right, just like that, she's done. Looking good, mouth watering. That is my baked spaghetti. That's it. It can serve. We're going to definitely have leftovers. Definitely feed about a family of 6 to 8. And if you want, I paired it with a vegetable. Some broccoli is good, green beans. You have garlic bread, that'll work too. But anyway, thanks for coming in the kitchen. Thanks for cooking with me. Thanks for watching my videos. Remember to check out my website. Look at all the videos. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. I appreciate it. Until next time, you have a blessed day and a blessed week. I'll see you in the next video.